Here's a challenge for the Christian thinkers out there. Are we pursuing truth if our presumptions and worldview we hold frame the understanding we have too much? Because we can come from many different cultures and perspectives and church traditions, and while learning and living towards becoming a true image of Christ, in being remade into that image, we have to constantly challenge our thinking, because otherwise we can land in a rut that's not constructive, that assumes too much, that has everything figured out, and maybe worst of all, that assumes other people are different or less valued for their views. I might lack a doctorate here, but the amount of terminal degree carrying scholars still bitterly arguing these points is validation enough. This is not settled science. There's room for debate and discussion, being civil with other believers, because there was never one orthodox view on following God. Ever in Judaism, in Christianity, there were always sects, always people looking to find the best interpretation for them in their culture or subculture. The early church, which we often romanticize as this one rigidly maintained structure, certainly was not. It was apostles grasping at straws while trying to loosely hold this massive body of very diverse people together, meeting in houses and churches, but also synagogues, official buildings, with trained, untrained, with singularly Jewish or even primarily pagan people in attendance. It was actually pretty messy. And that's a good thing, because this shows the degree of variance we can have in our thinking and still be called God's people. Really then, the apostles were just helping people work through those ruts they couldn't compromise on, helping them smooth over the bumps in their different cultures. If this is true of us today too, what goals should we have in our thinking and study of Scripture then, to help guide us better? Well, number one should be, does that make me a better human image of God? That was the original design. And two is like it. Does thinking this way make me a better image of Christ? We need to understand where we came from to get to Christ. We can't read backwards. Jesus lives out the whole story of God's people. Then three, and this is actually a point from Ray Lubeck that I really like. If I read the Bible and I find I'm not loving other people more, then it's me that's reading it wrong. The same as Jesus' commandments. As we learn to love God better, we also have to learn how we're loving others better. Doing the first right means we learn to do the second better. So what are some spots in common Christian thinking that you think leaves us in a rut? Leave your comments below.